What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here, Aqualife baby. I already know how it is. And today, guys, I wanted to talk with you about my winning deck list from the Gaia Force Gaming Win-A-Box tournament that we had on Saturday, part of the Saturday series, and did it with none other than my boy Imperial. I am super excited about it. Plus, I just put a deck profile out, but this is more of like a revised list. But again, big shout out to the Gaia Force Gaming team, Tyler, the judge, T.O., all that. Always running clean, clear-cut events, no problems. It's just an awesome event to be a part of. Love the Gaia Force Gaming team and everything they do. And we were finally able to get a Win-A-Box tournament. I got the deck list here for you guys. Down below, I have the rounds and what I played against. So I'm gonna go, but I want to go a little bit more in depth with that as well. I also shared Gaia Force Gaming's the video, kind of going over the top 4 lists as well. But yeah, we played Imperial today or yesterday. I wanted to play Imperial mostly because I've been in a slump with purple, and talk with the boy Black Steve, and basically it was just like, look, in a slump with purple, it's just been pretty bad. I really felt like I haven't won a match in about 2 weeks. I want to say I've tried every variant of purple. It's just, for some reason, it's just has not been. I've just not been clicking with it. Either I'm bricking super bad, or I'm losing control of the board, losing gas, and then the game just gets flipped around. I don't know what it is. But we played Imperial today. I love Vmon. Obviously, blue's kind of like my fallback color, but Vmon, my favorite Digimon. So, got to keep it always up to date and whatnot. So we played this today. I know it's not the Dan Vang licks, but I'm not the biggest fan of Nidhogg, but I like it. I respect it. Hey, it's good, but I think the core of Imperial is really what I liked about it. So, again, speaking of the core of the list, I mean, Imperial kind of builds itself, right? Imperial is a deck that just really kind of just builds itself, and what I really wanted to focus on here was XVmon, right? I'm running 7 2-drops. The idea behind XVmon was to protect Vmon a lot, and utilize him either to protect him or to get an extra attack with him, and that can go for like Gorillamon, Lobomon, whatever the case may be. But I know that a lot of different lists were omitting XVmon from more like Gorillamons, like 4 Gorilla, 4 Lobo, 4 Koalamon, but I liked to utilize the XVmon, and it came up a lot today. A lot of times in today's tournament, the XVmon really helped put on the pressure and or help protect my units so that I can go into further combo plays during a following turn. Being able to go Vmon, raising area, drop Gomamon, and then next turn raise Vmon, swing with Vmon, hit security, draw a card, XVmon, Digivolve, restand the Vmon either for an extra attack or just so that my opponent doesn't swing on it, was really good. And Vmon is a card where your opponent has to answer, because the longer it's on the board, the worse it gets for you, really. So that's what I wanted to kind of emphasize, was utilizing XVmon for, the way I had my rookie lineup, and even sometimes these 3Ks, I was able to play against Imperial, swing Goemon into Vmon, kill the Vmon, use Digivolve XVmon on top of another rookie or whatever it is, restand this, and then go into different plays. That's really the biggest thing about the list, was that was utilizing XVmon in a multitude of different ways. But as far as the matchups go, played against LordKnight round 1. It was Vexicus 4666. Good buddy. Really enjoy always talking to him, playing with him. Was able to he bricked both games with LordKnight. Didn't see rookie game 1. Didn't see level 4s or 6s game 2. It was just really bad. So yeah, he bricked, so I won that 2-0. In the Imperial Mirror, I lost game 1. I just, he got the Siakomod out, and it really hurt, like, me going into Imperial and not passing him a ton of memory. I also hit double Davis in security, so that was really bad. But yeah, it was. I just lost control of that. But games 2 and 3, again, that's where I kind of highlight X Vmon, being able to swing Vmon, go into XV, pass the turn to 1, choke him at 1, restand the Vmon, and then he can't raise his Vmon up or whatever he want to raise up, or use Dino B to swing in at my Vmon and then do other things. So this allowed me to then swing Vmon again the next turn, and then I could Digivolve on top of the X Vmon into like a Pyodramon or a Dino B to either crash into his Dino Beamon to keep my Vmon on the board as an established card, to where he'd have to raise up another, he'd have to go back to the Digi Egg to raise up again, and then Vmon gets at least one extra turn of attack, or something like that. So that's really what I felt like in that matchup X Vmon really helped emphasize. But yeah, I was able to win that matchup 2-1 in games 2 and 3. Then against LordKnightmon round 3, I won game 1. That was a bit back and forth, but I was able to get off the 4-attack Imperial play, raise up the Pyodramon, swing into his security, and then go into Imperial and Omnimon for game. Got destroyed game 2. Game 3, it was more or less, he didn't really have a great hand. I think he had trouble getting to his LordKnights, and I was just able to capitalize on that, getting multiple swings out of Vmon. I actually had a field where I could swing Vmon, Digivolve into X Vmon, go into Gomamon, swing Vmon again, and I actually had another Gomamon on the board where I actually Hammer Sparked, played a Gomamon, went to 0, Digivolved into Koelamon. So now I have a blocker to protect Vmon. I have X Vmon on the board, and he couldn't get rid of he couldn't really get rid of the Vmon. So I was able to win that. I was able to really win that one from that lineup. Round 4, played against my teammate, my boy Nicky D, great green player. He was playing the green control build with Rafflesimon and Grand Kuagamon and Valder and whatnot. I was able to win that matchup 2-0. He bricked game 1. Game 2, it was a bit back and forth, but I was able to get off the 4-attack combo with Pyodramon Imperial into an Omnimon, and because Omnimon can't get sent back to the bottom of the deck because I could just detach the source from the, so he couldn't Nidhogg me, that really kind of slowed down his play. He couldn't get rid of Omnimon, and then I was able to swing Omnimon and then go into a Lobomon on top of Davis for game. In the game 2, and then round 5, played against Security Control. Security Control, I know, is one of my worst matchups, I guess, for Imperial, but I have a lot of practice against it, and my ideology is, if you go wide, they can't deal with like a bigger, wider board, but if you keep trying to build tall against it, that makes it really easy for Security Control to get up on you. So I had no problem with hard casting Pyodramon, because they would give you a lot of memory too. No problem with hard casting Pyodramon. I hard casted X Vmon. Hard casted Koelamon. I mean, I was hard casting, but I was also digivolving enough to where I could get, continue to see my pieces. And then obviously the Demi V egg with the Vmons were super clutch with the draws. But yeah, I just kept swinging at his security. I hit what I hit, right? It's kind of like a dice roll in a way. You hit what you hit, and I won game 1. He didn't have a blocker out, and I just kept swinging at his security. I hit like one ultimate flare, but then I raised up another. I went into another Imperial and was able to win. And then game two, I had a Vmon out, and I hard casted a Pyodramon the turn before. Swung with Vmon, baited his Machinedramon blocker to hitting, to doing that, and then I swung with Pyodramon, Imperial, and then did double Imperial and Omnimon for game. And didn't really hit. I hit Transcendent Sword when I was on Imperial, but that only kills an 11k, not a 12k. So that's what lets me get my extra swing in and go into Omnimon to win the game. But yeah, that was the game. That was the tournament report, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, finally got my win. Got it with my boy Imperial. I really, like I said, I haven't played Imperial in quite a while. I probably haven't played it since the end of like set 1.5, beginning of set 4. A lot of my local meta is, was playing Imperial a lot, and more or less me counterpicking and just not going into it. But I just said screw it, and I was like, let's go in with my boy Imperial and see what we could do. And yeah, we were able to get the win again. I really like the XVmon in the deck. Lobomon's a card I really like to sit in my hand, and generally have him come out late game, because Lobomon's like a lot of information for the opponent. Like anytime you have a tamer out, the Lobomon is always threatening to come in and clean up the game. So the XVmon, for how I constructed my rookies, the XVmon really came into play. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and we got more content coming soon. I got to upload my locals videos from last Sunday too. A little late on that, but hey, here's what it is. But this is Cardfight King. We're out. Let's go Imperial, baby.